Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at DTI Information Network. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about a really powerful move called the reallocation strategy. This reallocation strategy can be done with other banks, but in this particular bank, I'm going to be going over the Chase reallocation strategy. In this video, we're going to be showing you how you can get higher credit limits than what you already have, and I'm going to go over some of the things you're going to want to know in doing this. And then if you stay towards the end, I'm going to give you one of my bonus strategies on how you can actually multiply this into a lot of different cards. All right, so let's go ahead on and get into the video. Once again, this video is about taking one credit limit and moving it over to another card and then getting a higher credit limit. And I'm going to show you how that's done. So let's say you have a business cash card that has a 25K limit, right? But then you also have a business preferred card that has a 75K limit. I know some of you guys are probably like, that's a really high limit. I don't know how I could actually possibly get a 75K limit. Well, let me just let you know. You're going to want to go through a banking relationship manager to be able to get those kinds of numbers, and they're going to have to coach you through it, right? But if you want to know more information, we have a school group community, SKOOL, and we're going to go into depth about how you can actually get high limits just like that. Because normally when someone would apply, they're probably going to get you maybe the highest of $25,000, $35,000 limit. But with the right techniques and the right strategies, you can get high limits like 75K. All right. So for the sake of this purpose of this video, I'm just going to keep going. So you have a business cash that has a 25K limit, right? And if you want, you can take that 25K limit and transfer it to your business preferred Chase Inc. card to get you a boom whopping 100K limit, right? So you're taking one credit limit and then moving it over to the next one and getting yourself 100K. Now, this could work with smaller numbers as well. Let's say they gave you a 5K limit on one card and you have a 25K on the other. You can then take that 5K and move it over and get yourself a new 30K limit, right? So that is a really good, powerful move to be able to do. You can also essentially do this if you have and keep this card open. You can actually, if you have 10K on one card and you have the 25K on the other, you can take not the whole 10K, but you can take 5K, move it over to the other card. Now you have a 30K credit card over here and you have only 5K that's sitting over there just to be able to have it if you want to do that move. All right. So some of you are probably like, why would I want this strategy? Like, why would I do this? Right. Well, let me go over some different reasons of why you would want it. The first reason I want to tell you about is comparable credit. When one bank sees that you have a high credit limit on a particular card, they're going to be privy to giving you a high limit like that or more so that they can steal your business over. Right. So, for instance, when I'm dealing with banking relationships managers, a lot of times they're saying, well, what's the highest credit limit that they have, or what are some of the credit limits that they have on that other bank? Because then I can go negotiate with the underwriter to get you a higher credit limit. So having high comparable credit limits help you get higher credit limits on other credit cards. Now, some people would also be like, well, I don't really use a 75K limit or something like that. And that's perfectly fine. But if you're somebody who is a business owner who does a lot of transactions every month, or let's say you're into e-com and you are moving a lot of material every single month and you want to have high limits so that you can keep getting merchandise in, this would be really great for you to be able to do, because you're going to be able to essentially get 0% interest cards, being able to have these high limits with a 0% interest, which can give you 12 months, and on some banks can give you even more. So this is a very, very great strategy for that. So the other reason why is, friends, speaking of 0% interest, let's say that your 0% interest from one card is about to run out, right? It's about to run out and you're going to want to be able to get another one. So let's say that your other one was on, let's say, Bank of America or Wells Fargo or one of those other banks, and now you want to get another 0% interest card. Well, this is a strategy and technique that you can use to be able to move it over to this particular card with a higher limit so that you can absorb it. Right. So that's a very important reason. Now, some people have personal cards. You can do this strategy with personal cards as well. So if you have a Freedom Flex card or if you have a Freedom Unlimited card on the personal side, you can do this same strategy. And why this would be helpful for you in this particular strategy is, so let's say you're carrying a debt on one of your other cards of, let's say, $10,000, right? Well, if you were able to stretch your credit limit up high enough, you could absorb that debt without it hurting your utilization on your personal side so much. All right. So this is another reason why that could be very helpful for you. Now, if you are a travel enthusiast like I am, as you see on the channel, we like to get out and see the world. This other reason why is it goes out to you. This is because, let's say you want to maximize your reward points. Let's say you have reward points on one particular card. You want to move them all the way over to the other side so that you can get more reward points. This is another strategy that you could use. Instead of closing out your card, first, before you close out your card, make sure you remove your reward points over so that you can actually take advantage of having even more reward cards on one particular card. Right. So we went over these different reasons, and then having a higher spend, which is one of the reasons I talked about before. If you have a business and you're doing a lot of transactions every month, having a higher spend can be very advantageous for you. And then it doesn't show as much debt to income on that side as well. All right. So those are some of the reasons why. I mentioned to you that you can do it on the personal side as well. But I want to let you guys know that this is a credit limit increase. Okay. It's not a balance transfer or anything like that. This is just a credit limit increase. And when you're applying for a credit limit increase with Chase in particularly, they have a wonderful tool, which is a soft pull, meaning you will not get hit with a hard inquiry on your credit report. So it is no risk to you to at least apply to see if they're going to give you a credit limit increase. Some people are like asking questions like, how often should you request a credit limit increase? My personal opinion is, if you can pay down debt and put yourself in a position, I would say, why not do it every couple months to be able to see if you qualify. Right? It doesn't hurt. Every 2 to 3 months, you might want to see if you can get a higher credit limit. And then you can also speak with your banking relationship manager so that they can help and assist you and guide you and give you insights on what the best move for you as well. We have some really great banking relationship managers. I highly recommend you guys join our school group community. The link is in the description below. And they will be on standby. I don't expect them to necessarily be participating much, but they are out there and they're looking at the information, and they're also giving me information so that I can help you guys. All right. So that is another reason why I think you guys should do the credit limit increases. Now, if you're getting valuable information from this, all I ask is you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because we work hard at making sure we give you guys free information that you're probably not getting anywhere else. And if you are getting it somewhere else, then great, good for you. Power yourself up, but put us right there with them, because we are going to continue to give you guys as much value as possible. And we want to be able to get this message out to everyone. We're not trying to gatekeep information. We're trying to make sure that everybody has this information so you can level up. All right. So I mentioned to you guys that you can do it on the personal side. Well, this is what you must know about this, is that you have to go personal to personal. You can't move credit limits from personal to business, right? So it has to be the same particular personal to personal, or you as your individual, you can't do it to somebody else or anything like that. It has to be your account, one account, and going personal to personal. So if you have a Freedom Unlimited card, you can move this 25K limit over to the Freedom Flex card, or vice versa. And then you can get a 50K credit limit instead of just having two 25K limits, right? Very important to know. And then also, if you have a business, you can do it business to business, but it has to be within the same business. You cannot do this if you have one LLC and another LLC, you cannot move them that way. It has to be within the same business. So if you have 25K on DTI Information Network, you can then move that 25K over to this Chase business. If it is also a DTI Information Network credit card, say this is the business preferred, you can move that credit limit over, and then you can have a 100K limit, which I explained to you guys a little bit earlier. All right. So let me tell you about a couple important things you must know about this. You should know that you have to have a zero balance on the card that you're actually going to be transferring your card over to. So make sure your balance is zero. Okay. I highly recommend that you apply with a banking relationship manager at the bank, or you can do it by calling over the phone. All right. The second, you can probably do it online as well, but these are the two ways that I recommend that you do it to make sure that everything goes smoothly. And I just also put in here to plan ahead, okay? Because you don't want to wait to the last minute and be scrambling around to do this kind of move, because if you have a credit card that's getting ready to close out 0% on one particular bank and you're getting ready to do this move, you want to make sure that everything's in place beforehand. So make sure you're planning at least 2-3 months out ahead to put yourself in position, because like I said, you don't want to mess up and have a balance on the card that you're actually trying to move the reallocation to, or from. So then if you have a balance, you're going to be stuck, right? So make sure you're planning ahead and you're getting everything into position so that you can take advantage of this. And then now let's talk about my power move strategy. This is genius, right? Now, I'm not the creator of this. I heard it from one of the groups that I'm in, and I just thought it was genius. And I'm not sure if it's reaching everybody. So now I'm the deliverer, and I'm going to give you guys this information that was privy to me. So this is the power move. This is the power move strategy. Now, let's say you take and you transfer that credit limit that you had from your card over to your new card, right? So let's say you took it from your business cash, your 25K to your from your business cash, and moved it over. Let me just go back here. Well, I'll say here, move it over to your business preferred card, right? And now you have a 100K limit. Well, you close out your business Inc. cash card, you close that card, and then guess what? You can then reapply and get that card again, but it has to be within the same business. So the same business can do this, right? So now you can still get that card again, and you can get your higher limit, your 25K limit or your 50K limit on that particular card, and you still have your high limit that you just got your 100K on the other. That is not genius, I don't know what is, guys. That is what you can do with Chase Bank. If you want to learn more about these kind of strategies and things like this, I highly recommend you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and then also join our school group community so that we can provide that kind of value to you. Because when we hear about different strategies like this, we want to make sure that you have them. And we want to make sure that you do everything the right way. So please stick with us so that we can continue to be able to grow and show you guys these kinds of things. All right. Thanks a lot. And like I said, if you've heard this before, put it in the comments. If you've never heard it, put it in the comments. Just let me know. Reach out. I'm here for you guys. I want to keep giving you valuable information. I will see you on the next one. Peace.